Shalom. Kohala Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rahakwadash. Double honors to our teachers, the apostles, and the other bishops of Great Millstone. Peace, love, and salutations to the 144,000, the elect of the nation of Israel that's teaching in truth, sincerity, and diligence for the sake of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying and straight to the point. Yeah, oblivious, which this is a spirit that a lot of people here in this lifetime is walking in, especially those here in America, and especially the 2/3 of the nation of Israel, man, are in a very oblivious spirit, not knowing the things that's about to take place here in the planet Earth, and not even concerned with it, man. Which goes into the definition, not aware of or not concerned about what is happening around when, you see, because when you bring forth the reality, which is a realistic reality that's coming through the scriptures, a nigga look at it as hate speech or just bad energy, man. And they rather be more concerned with a football game rather than be concerned with a reality that's about to shape theirs, man. Because when the prophetic sayings of the Lord come into his perfection here in his lifetime, a lot of people are going to be in the spirit of perplexity because it's not going to be something that you'd have all looked for, man. The Lord is about to come back and shake your reality. And it's going to be done by a various of players that he has set to come to the planet Earth, man. And you're not aware of it because you're more concerned with the things Esau Edom, the so-called white man, has going on in his society. And that's what pretty much blinded you. Real quick. This the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 4. Start at verse 3. He said, but if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost. And those who are lost are not even concerned with being found, man. A nigga more concerned with trying to get a bag than to trying to secure his soul with the Lord, man. Than to trying to repent and return back to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, seeing the things that's taking place here in the planet Earth. This doesn't concern them, man. It's because they are lost. And he said, in whom the God of this world hath blinded the minds of them which believe not, in which the God of this world will be the so-called white man, Esau Edom, man. And he's blinded the minds of those who believe not, that don't believe in the reality of the scriptures, man. You see, they don't believe that the things that's written within the scriptures is actually going to come to pass. It's because you was blinded by the so-called white man, Esau Edom, and his philosophies, his doctrine, his way of living, and ultimately his society, man. Because you follow after this society. He say, in whom the God of this world hath blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of a Mashiach, who is the image of the Most High, should shine unto them. You see, in which that comes by way of you hearkening to the testimony of Yahweh Shai, which is the spirit of prophecy. Then when you come into the light, but until then you're going to remain in the congregation of the dead, pretty much being lost. And you're lost because you don't have light, man. Real quick, let's go ahead. It's the book of First Thessalonians chapter 5. You start from the top. But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. Yeah, you see, because the prophets are not oblivious to the things that's taking place here in the planet Earth. Knowing the testimony of the Lord, you see these things pretty much unfolding, man. Because the Lord warns you of wars, pestilence, and evils, in which these are the things that's growing in the earth, man. World War III, numerous of pestilence. They got a vampire virus out, man. I've heard of such a thing, man. The bird flu, the avian flu, the brain-eating amoeba, all these different forms of pestilence that's popping up in the earth is pretty much the prophetic sayings of the Lord unfolding and coming to pass, man. And Eve was going into bad times, and which that's what you see brewing in the planet Earth, bad times. Death growing in the earth, famines, insurrection, seditions. You have these people just walking around on edge. It's because the spirit of the Lord is resting upon this place, and those who are lost are oblivious to it, man. That's why when you go into the word lost real quick, let's get it real quick. When you go into that word lost, Strong's G622, it says to destroy, to put away, to put out of the way entirely, abolish, put an end to, ruin. It says render useless, to kill. The D definition, to declare that one must be put to death, man. You see? So this is ultimately going to be your outcome for not knowing or being concerned with the things that's taking place in the earth. That spirit of perplexity is going to come upon you when it comes to its perfection, and you're going to be put to death in it, man. You know? Because you wasn't aware or not knowing the seasons and the times that you're living in, man. You know, he say First Thessalonians 5 and verse 3, for when they shall say peace and safety, in which that's the spirit of the oblivious. You know, they're in the spirit of being in peace and safety. You know, he said, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape, you see? And that's ultimately going to lead to your destruction, man. You being oblivious to the things that's happening in the planet Earth, because they're ultimately going to grow and intensify. And if you're in the spirit of looking for things to get back better, you're in the wrong spirit, man. That's pretty much you being oblivious. You're not aware of the things that's about to take place. You know, real quick. Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 15, he says, see then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the times, because the days are evil, you see? And the foolish are in the spirit of being oblivious to the times you're living in, man. The days are evil, so it's only fit for you to groom yourself into getting right with the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashim Shai, seeking the Lord while it is early. Because when the Lord turn away his face, it ain't going to be no seeking him, no repenting, no reproving, no rebuking. None of that's going to be going on, man. It's going to be action in that day, man. You know, all hell breaking loose, man. You know, the death toll and turned up. You see, he said, wherefore be ye not unwise. Yeah, don't be oblivious, but understanding what the will of the Lord is. And the will of the Lord is not to bring peace upon the face of the earth, man, but to ultimately bring forth destruction, man. You see, because just like in the times of Noah, the days before the flood, in which we living in the days before the flood. You know, and if you can consider these times, you will see why the Lord brought forth the flood, man. You know, so these are the days before the flood once again, which this flood is going to come by way of ICBM missiles, man. Speaks about it in the book of Wisdom of Solid. Speaks about the strange rains, man. You know, as a matter of fact, let's grab this real quick. Because the people in the times of Noah was in that same spirit of being oblivious to the things that was going on around them, man. Oblivious to why Noah was building the ark, man. In which they knew why, but they was just oblivious. They was not aware of the testimony of Yahweh Shai, man. You see, this is the book of Matthew chapter 24 and verse 37. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be, you see? So this same thing is going to take place all again, you know, but this time in its perfection, where those same spirits was brought back just to feel the vengeance of the Lord once again, man. But this time it's going to be through fire, man. You know, and you're not going to know until those missiles are coming. Because you was in that spirit of being oblivious. You was asleep, man. You know, going back to 1 Thessalonians chapter 5. It says, verse 6. He said, therefore let us not sleep as do others, but let us be sober. But let us watch and be sober, you see? Because the others are in darkness, man. They haven't came into the light, this glorious gospel, you know, of Yahweh Ba'ashim Shai, man. To pretty much quicken them and bring them to life, for them to know and to be aware of the things that's taking place in the earth, man. They pretty much can't see afar off. You know, real quick. And let's grab that. Get that in the blue letter. This is the book of 2 Peter chapter 1 and verse 9. He said, but he that lacketh these things is blind and cannot see or far off, you see. And that's the people here in America, especially you 2/3. You can't see or far off. You can't see past Babylon the Great, America, man. You can't see past a life without Esau, a life outside of America, in which this is not a life to live, man. Considering the shit that's going on, you polluted air, polluted water, polluted food, baby mama drama, adulterous wives. Who the fuck want to live here, man? But because you niggas can't see or far off, it's going to ultimately lead you to death, because you're going to cleave onto this place, because this is what's home to you, man. And the Lord tell you how the evils was going to increase upon those who dwell therein, those who dwell amongst the world. The evils are going to increase upon you, and it's going to destroy you, man. All because you can't see or far off, in which it wasn't given to you to see or far off, because that prudent man that was able to foresee the evils was ultimately a part of the initiated, man. And only the initiated can see or far off. You see, real quick, this is Strong's G 3467 for that phrase to see afar off. It says to see dimly, see only what is near, man. You see? So you can't even see the famine growing, man. You can't even see World War III intensifying. You can't even see all hell breaking loose. So that leads you to continuing in the spirit that you in, and when it actually take place and happen, you're gonna get took in it, man. And one of those words that's at Strong's G34 3466 goes back to the Greek word mysterion, which is the word for mystery. It says hidden things, secret, mystery. Generally, mystery is religious secrets confined only to the initiated and not to ordinary mortals. You see, and this is why 2/3 and the rest of these Americans is going to be destroyed right along. So like right here in America, because they wasn't given the ability to see afar off, and ultimately they wasn't given the ability to see prophecy unfold, man. They wasn't given the ability to see the mysteries, So that's going to lead you only into one path, man, and that's being destroyed. Let's see real quick. Yep. Proverbs 22:3 says, a prudent man foreseeth the evils and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. Yeah, because the simple is oblivious. They can't see or far off, man. Yeah, they not aware. They're unconscious, headless, unmindful, insensible, unheading, ignorant. Yeah, see, blind, deaf, unsuspecting. Yeah, see, because these are going to be unsuspecting events, man. And the same thing that was preaching to us was preached unto you, but yours wasn't mixed with faith, man. So you're going to be damned because you didn't believe in the truth that was set before you, man. But with that, praise you was edified, giving all on the glory and praise to Yahweh by Shem Al Shai, by Shem Rahakadash. To this video, Shalom.